Welcome to the RV Boss. My name is Willie, and in this video, I'm going to share how I replaced my belt tensioner on my 2013 Jayco Seneca Super C that sits on a Freightliner M2 chassis. It's recommended that the belt tensioner is replaced at the same time as the Serpentine belt, but I had the Serpentine belt replaced while I was on the road and didn't have a chance to do it at that time. So I'm home now, gonna go ahead and swap that out. And with that, let's get into the video. All right, to get started, here we go. We got the new belt tensioner here. Part number is located there, and I'll have that in the link in the description as well. I used a belt tensioner tool, but you can use a 1/2-inch ratchet or breaker bar to put pressure on the belt tensioner to loosen up the belt and allow you to take it off of the alternator. And then once that was off, remove the tool there, and then also use the 13 millimeter, or you can use a 1/2-inch socket to loosen the bolt on the belt tensioner itself, and then just worked it out with my hand, and then basically just carefully removed that and pulled that out of there. It's not real heavy or anything, so it came out real smooth and easy. First thing you can notice here is there's some noticeable rust, and it doesn't seem like the bushings are bad or anything like that. It still moves around pretty smooth. Here's a comparison to the new one. The new one you can see is a little bit smoother, but in the twisting it around there. So the old one still had some life in it, I think, but again, it's recommended to replace it at the same time as the Serpentine belt. Next, it's recommended also to clean the surface, the mounting surface of any rust or any other type of buildup. I used a 320 grit sandpaper to do that, and I just gave it a light sanding and then wiped it off. And then once I had that clear, just put the new belt tensioner on, placed it into the surface mounting area, and then put the bolt in, tightened it up by hand, and then used the ratchet to finish it up. It says it's recommended to tighten to 35 foot-pound pressure. I didn't have a torque wrench, so I just kind of eyeballed it and did it as tight as I could. And then just rethreaded the belt around the pulleys, make sure everything was in there nice and tight, or at least nice and straight. And then put pressure on the belt tensioner to get it over the alternator. It's a little bit tough, obviously. You've just got to put some pressure on the belt tensioner. And then once that was on, made sure and inspected everything, make sure everything was lined up perfectly. Here's what the belt diagram looks like. And then just went ahead and fired up the engine. All right, so that was it. Pretty quick and easy install. One of the things that I love about the Jayco, or at least the Freightliner chassis, is that the engine bay is nice and big, so it allows for easy accessibility, and parts are easily swapped out. So if this video was helpful, hopefully it was. I know it's tough to find information about these Jayco Seneca Super Cs, especially sitting on this chassis, on the Freightliner chassis. At least it was for me anyway. Go ahead and hit the like button and consider subscribing. I've got some other videos as well that I go over a lot of the stuff that I do with the RVs, including how I use them as rental vehicles in my business, and some of the ways that I use to manage the business. So also I have links in the description that have all the part numbers and all the information stuff that I use to make the video. And if you have a comment, please leave that in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have as well. Thanks for watching, and take care.